to work. That's not music service everything. Then you guys on that as well.
Hardly rocks, baby.
Yeah, we really didn't talk about the car.
Showing emotion is part of being a sexy modern man.
I thought people loved the police in Canada.
Bring in a little crime, choose that.
The end is happening. The two-part finale of Twin Peaks is available this Monday, new and exclusive from Sky Atlantic.
Volvo, Human Made Stories, sponsors Sky Atlantic.
Okay, let's start. You're getting checked out. I tripped on my Tinder history. This is embarrassing. You said you were just gonna hang with your friends. I turned around, out there, ice, and on. You don't know that. Fell. Off with me. No, I didn't. You don't know how to fall. I'm 16, I've been falling a lot. That's never the name of it. And I can't. And now the doctor's gonna check. You don't think that you're overreacting? I don't need you to fix every boo-boo. He's gonna get in. Something wrong with that friend that's having fun. You know you can't do that. Oh, I can't have fun. You know what I mean. You know how to talk about it. No, they need to stop. No, I don't want you freaking it out. Right. I will go to the hospital, but they're going to tell you that I'm fine, and tell you that you don't need to worry about it. Mommy, wake up. No one's coming. Oh! 911, what you heard? We got into an accident along the canal road, just outside Kingston. My mom's unconscious. Are you hurt? I'm fine. Oh.
Where's Foreman?
Down here somewhere.
Somewhere. Very helpful.
Do you have any idea when he's getting out tonight?
Sometime.
I realize you can't predict. I just thought you might be able to estimate. Valentine's Day. I planned a surprise getaway.
Get away. Get away. Get away.
Is my mom okay?
She's gone to surgery. Foreman. Your girlfriend wants to know if you're available for Valentine's. Sad surprise. What are you doing down here? The snowstorm, we all short stacked. We're all supposed to be here. You're supposed to be here. You're an ex. Ex of friends. It's good staying around.
No. Maybe it's not.
You sure they get your time? What's your name?
Hannah Morgenthau?
You have SEPA, Hannah Morgenthau.
Why don't?
We have to do x-rays to make sure you don't have internal injuries, blood tests to make sure no infections, EEG for neurological anomalies, and biopsy of spinal nerve. Well, congenital insensitivity to pain is one of the rarest conditions on the planet. There's only been about 60 documented cases. Yeah, and I have 7 reasons to think that she's one of them. She says she's not. And that's reason number 1. She knew what it was without us telling her. 2, she's still wet from the snow. She's not shivering. It's odd. Unless she can't sweat or feel hot and cold.
The ambulance was warm. I want to see that one.
Her scarring around the lips and tongue. She's baby. She chewed on herself without feeling it.
I fell through a window when I was a kid.
4, cleaned the wound. She flexed into the cleaner instead of away from it. It's hard to fake pain when you've never felt it. It's an imaginative leap, Miss Morgenthau. She's no G-negatives. Ashkenazis are a higher risk group. On the other hand, she says she doesn't have it. And she'd be dead by now if she'd never been diagnosed. They killed her born. Can I trust them? She wants to see her mom. She admits having SEPA. She knows we're not letting her go anywhere without a battery of tests. Said she had 7 reasons. Pull the number out of here. But 5 isn't enough. 5 lame reasons aren't. She'll take her to see her mom. I can hit her again. 6 isn't enough. Do the tests. Need to bail on the ER. I got a case. Are you wearing perfume?
Is this a real case or one of those imaginary cases that happened on your board?
SEPA.
SEPA is a diagnosis. Diagnoses happen at the end of cases.
She's got no idea what's going on in her body. It's got to be something wrong.
In other words, she could be perfectly healthy, but you're curious about something you can't feel pain because you always feel pain, so you want to go explore.
She's in a car accident. She's x-rays, blood tests, EEG, and hair biopsy. I also know that although snow was going to get her sheets this morning, you left your hat at home and used earmuffs.
Do your test, except for
So while everyone else was just worrying about getting in, you were concerned with that. Blind dates are never a good idea. The only reason to wear a scarf like that is just a beacon to identify you in a crowd.
do your test, except for the nerve biopsy.
They need to
You
verify.
risk paralyzing her.
It's neurological.
You have no evidence of that.
She tripped.
Do you have any evidence other than the fact that a typically clumsy SEPA patient tripped on an icy day? If the EEG reveals a problem, we can talk then.
We could have left the scarf at home and just told her to be wearing a look of desperation.
Spiking on leads C3 and I2.
She could be going through a seizure.
I think there's a simpler explanation.
You're not going to find anything. I'm fine. I'm my mom.
So sedate her. She won't consent. She's a teenager. No dad, mom's still in surgery. What do you want us to do? Hold her down? Well, only to inject her with a sedative, then you can let her go. We tried. Seriously? She's strong and doesn't care. We'd have broken something before we can get her to sit still enough to inject her. So break her arm. You won't mind. You're crying. I'm in pain. Come on. Let's go break her arm. You're short. Distance. How long are you going to waste our time?
So glad we're walking somewhere. Another 60 feet in this conversation.
His old ties are out of this program. Camera will find somebody. Chase will find 8 seconds. He'll be alone. Everything. Date. You're the ultimate Darwinian. Fight for everything. Anybody else can slow you down. Yeah.
I'm still with him, all right?
Well, imagine it's because she has to get an excuse to break up. And that's to recognize her own reality.
I want to see my mother.
Hi again. I'm sure I can say this without being condescending because you get the false impression that I respect you. So, you're a kid. You're scared. You're stalling. Grow up.
I'm not scared. I'm never scared.
See? You don't know that. Can't feel pain. Nothing left but pleasure. just tell me how wonderful that is.
It sucks.
Time in the chair.
Every morning, I have to check my eyes to make sure I didn't scratch a cornea in my sleep.
Oh, God, stop. I'm in a pool of tears here.
I can't cry.
Neither can I. Every morning. As for jaundice, his bite has finally shot my liver.
I can't run anywhere without examining all my toes for swelling.
I can't run.
Boys can't hold me for too long because I can overheat.
Girls can't hold me for too long because I only pay for an hour.
I need an alarm on my watch to remind me to go to the bathroom. Now how many humiliating experiences before I thought of that?
Bathrooms 50 feet from my office. Every drink of water, I weigh the pros and cons.
After everything I do, I self-check. Mouth, tongue, gums for cuts, count teeth, check temperature, finger toes and joints for swelling, skin for bruises.
I got shot.
I found a story. What's it called?
Yeah.
You think I'm lying?
Yeah, tell him Patrick took his sister, people would say. Put her in a chair and run that damn test. If he moves again, get her nitrous.
Your shop is a leg in your shop because you're a jerk.
Something the two are connected.
I didn't have to do that. Yeah, you did. Step? No, your EEG is normal. X-ray showed no breaks. Blood test showed no infections. Urine indicated no. Yeah. Oh, good. I packed your phone blankets. Got something in there? She's not flushed. She's not sweaty. She's a temperature of 105. Nuffield Health, specialists in you.
If you've got a minute, I'll show you how to do something amazing. This is an Oxfam bucket. It looks simple, but it works wonders. You see, every day, millions of children take a terrible risk every time they take a drink. That's because their only water is filthy and full of killer diseases. 1,400 children die. 1,400 preventable deaths. But by sending this Oxfam bucket, you could save lives. For less than £3, the tightly fitting lid keeps dirt, germs, and insects out. A tap pours the water without it getting mucky, and being easy to clean helps prevent deadly bacteria. Sending £3 could protect a whole family from killer diseases and save all their lives. Please text BUCKET to 70061 to send £3 to Oxfam. Your text could save a life.
Glasses. Direct to your door. Go to Glasses Direct and before you buy, try them on at home for free. And right now, get 2 pairs for £19 with lenses. You should go direct to glassesdirect.co.uk.
What would you get your mum and dad?
I give my mum the world because pay a lot.
I'd get my dad a ride in the Spitfire. I would take him first class to see Iron Maiden.
I would surprise my mum and send David Dickinson around.
Buy her really hot plastic trainer.
Lotto, who wins if you win?
Discover Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Great Coke taste with zero sugar.
Join the greatest battle in the galaxy. Sky Cinema Star Wars. This is Sky Sports Premier League, a new channel dedicated to the agony and ecstasy of the Premier League. Coming soon on Sky Sports. Man City versus Liverpool. Burnley versus Crystal Palace. Swansea versus Newcastle. And West Ham versus Huddersfield. Feel it all with our new Sky Sports Premier League channel. Great US drama and comedy this month on Sky Box Sets.
I want a divorce.
When did you start to go off the tracks?
Perhaps when you grew a mustache? Need to live on excellent ice principles.
Who thinks it's funny for a man to be hit in the face with beef? You're so stupid right now.
Did what I had to do to get where I am today.
All in the gang.
Every episode of these unmissable shows and hundreds more available now on Sky Box Sets.
Wow. Actually sick.
With our temperature down below boiling, could be infection.
No. LP showed normal proteins in your white blood cells.
My Billy Wortman. Your liver problem?
Nope. Transaminases are normal.
Drugs. She smoked acid. She was on that one.
No again. Toxic is clean.
We're doing this case backwards. We do the test and then she gets sick.
Maybe we did something to her. Maybe she got sick after the test. We should rerun them.
Biopsy is spinal nerve.
You want to risk paralysis because she's got a fever?
That one risk paralysis because I don't know what's causing the fever. It's neurological.
It's a fever.
In a CPAP patient. Obviously things are a little different in her upstairs wiring.
And had been since the day she was born.
Yeah, it's much more likely that whatever it is was cleverly waiting and hiding it. You guys are done testing. Here you go. You're all against this, right? Yeah, you're all going to stand up here. I'm going to get Cuddy's approval.
How long have we actually had in the dark room?
Long as possible.
So I never actually standard. She should have another situation.
Breaking that news is that surgeon's problem.
Word from house?
Maybe Cuddy will say no.
He never says no. Nobody ever says no. We don't say no.
You don't say.
He'll browbeat us, he'll give us 7 reasons, and eventually we'll fall. We all will, not just me.
The only way we can avoid biopsying this kid's mind is to find out some other way. All the tests were negative.
How much more paperwork do you need? Like pediatric records, a few dozen ER records, our own admission questionnaire,
What's the first question?
insurance coverage.
Okay, second question. Just make it wrong. Where does it hurt?
If we knew where it hurt, we could diagnose it.
No, sleep means she can't feel pain.
No, sleep means she's insensitive to pain. She still has scattered nerve fibers that could conduct pain, but signals don't make it to the brain. What if we give her more pain signals? A lot more pain signals. Maybe some of them will make it through.
You want to torture her?
No. Yes, we do this to anybody else gets tortured. Doing it to her is no different than pricking a finger. Keep poking sharp sticks into her, eventually we'll find a part of sort of tender.
So, what is the Animax doing?
Oh, can't wait for this match. We'll talk about anything else. I'm just trying to get away from work.
Because geographically, the
treatment.
You usually expect your dates to go on.
Experience has taught me to have a stay group.
Well, low expectations, that's in my favor.
I need you to understand that there are certain aspects to my life I'm not happy about.
With the nerve biopsy.
You had to come here personally to tell me that. And how did you even know I was here?
Worthwhile. This is the most non-committal location in walking distance. Desk. Great house. You must get out of line. Get that or your friend who secretly hates you.
Don, Eric. Yeah, we connected through single ball and advanced lower stuff.
We volunteer that information. Well, I hired you would tell him that anything except the elements. What kind of work are you in?
All maintenance. Changing oil and builders.
My place overcharges. Can't trust any of you guys. Where you're located?
In 14 states. I own Eastern Loop.
Most secret complications are infection, and she's got a fever. LP, urine,
Normal. In the white blood cell count.
cancer.
On the scan, I think it's our nerves messing with temperature control. Well, exactly. Well, I can't get it. I want to biopsy.
That's what you need. Go get it.
It's a lot nicer than that one from withanittadaddyfigure.com.
One of these. The other. It's very hot. Start here, go to the hot one, just a few seconds, then back. We're going to monitor activity in your brain while you do it. If you feel any response to the heat, it will indicate a vascular problem.
How's my mom doing?
She's okay. Do you feel anything?
No. What does okay mean?
She's still in surgery. They tell me it's going okay. You take your hand out.
And you didn't ask anything else?
Take your hand out of the water.
What's going on with my mother?
You just got second-degree burns.
Okay, fine. What's going on with my mother? Is she gonna die?
They said she's okay. Surgery this long is typical when there are internal injuries.
Black stone and Chinese protein.
And that's gonna make me feel pain? I didn't feel anything. You guys freaked this thing in my head.
Replace missing chemicals in your nerves, heightened sensitivity. Be drilling directly into your skull. The response should indicate sarcoma.
What does it feel like?
It hurts. Sorry. Bone pain is the worst there is. So you need to let me know as soon as you feel anything. She's ready.
So what? I just securely then drill a hole in it? You wanna talk?
Just feeling alive, huh? You two must be pretty close.
We weren't. Until I got arrested. Third time.
Drugs.
Right?
You got an advantage.
Not really. Never know when to stop.
You piss a lot of people off, or are you just trying to piss off your mom? These are pretty much the only two choices you have. Then, you want to stop? Stop the drill. Stop the drill. It's okay. What'd you feel? Where did you feel it? How it hurt?
I am so tired of this. Did you know that the new nurse from cardiology is sleeping with that weird lawyer from the board?
You have 11 fingers?
He has 11 fingers?
I did not notice that.
The nurse used to be a man,
She's not anymore.
but we can't talk about that.
About the work.
We were supposed to talk about that. I came here to talk about that, but on the way up, I ran into Cameron. You've got a secret patient.
Training nurse is more interesting.
Oh, it's way more interesting. But instead, I've got to be your damn conscience. I'm tired of being your conscience. I don't enjoy being your conscience.
No one.
You're studying her. She's actually sick, which you found out after you took her up.
I was curious. Since I got a cat, that's not dangerous.
I don't think that metaphor was designed to actually warn Chance. You don't care about her illness, you care about Seabird, which means your focus is going to be on getting your answers, not hers.
Thank you. Well, warned is forearmed.
What do you think you're going to figure out? Do you think her lack of pain is somehow the answer to your pain?
I think if you'd stop talking to Cameron, then right now we'd be ranking nurses in order of doability. Need you for the nerve biopsy show. Never did. I'm gonna do it. Can't. Why? Bobby Balcon. You think I can catch her?
Get away from me! I'm not gonna hurt you. Yes, you are. Just I can do anything. Anna, you're having a paranoid delusion. I believe you.
I think she would.
It's real. You want me to be paid. Even so.
If we wanted to hurt you, we'd let you jump.
She's my mother. Fine. We'll take you to her OR observation room. I don't believe you.
Your mother is fine. I just spoke to a surgeon.
I don't believe you.
Anna, what do you want from us? What do you want us to do?
You keep me on my legs.
I'm trying to pull the same stunt twice in 10 minutes.
I'm not pretending. You don't hurt this. There.
Listen, you're on EE, so you're being upgraded to EE class, where we will be cruising at an altitude of 6 free months of Apple Music. Just our way of showing you the love.
Can I get free Apple Music too?
Of course, Duncan. And when you stream and download all those banging tunes, the data's on us.
Shaking the steps, sir.
Just give me your minutes.
You got the music and the data, but buckle up, there's a storm.
See coming!
EE customers get 6 free months of Apple Music.
It's a fact that you're more likely to win the health lottery jackpot compared to Lotto, and they're half the price. Plus, we pay out a whopping £250 for matching only 4 balls. Now, who else gives you that? It's just £1 to play. You're more likely to win our jackpot, and we give big prizes for matching your balls. Why wouldn't you play? The health lottery. It's never been so good.
I'll show you how to do something amazing. This is an Oxfam bucket. It looks simple, but it works wonders. You see, every day millions of children take a terrible risk every time they take a drink. That's because their only water is filthy and full of killer diseases. And every day, 1,400 children die. 1,400 preventable deaths. But by sending this Oxfam bucket, you could save lives. For less than £3, the tightly fitting lid keeps dirt, germs, and insects out. A tap pours the water without it getting mucky. And being easy to clean helps prevent deadly bacteria. Sending £3 could protect a whole family from killer diseases and save all their lives. Bucket to 70061 to send £3 to Oxfam. Your text could save a life.
Here is a furniture shopper that has discovered the online home store wayfair.co.uk, one of nature's rare phenomena. They've found that Wayfair has every style of furniture and decor, from budget-friendly styles to high-end brands. They celebrate with conviction. Eyes wide, limbs poised to strike. Who knew this was all online for the picking? This is the dance of the dragon, and it begins at wayfair.co.uk.
He's got the cash. He's got a condo. He's got a car. He's got a career. But that still doesn't mean he gets you. Time to shine. Extra.
I can feel it. It's magic. So far. Deal.
And we get their only back in our biggest series yet. With more heavyweight guests,
Tony, it's okay. Not talking to you, you put me off.
bigger and crazier stunts,
Tony, that's true. I can't.
and some knockout moments.
Show's come a long way since you got him up there.
Brand new and League of Their Own starts Thursday the 14th of September at 9 on Sky One.
Available to find in Sky Store now.
Welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy. That's not outside. You're right. It's family.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 now. You can express your TV across your devices and immediately direct to your home. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in Sky Store now.
Sky Academy uses the power of TV, creativity and sport to unlock the potential in young people.
Play hide and seek on number 44.
Anything? We're not looking for pain, anything at all. Pressure? Nothing. You have 6 broken bones, a fever, a concussion, erratic heart rhythms, and a complete lack of sensation below the waist. I feel fine. Still not have surgery yet. Not yet.
This is excellent.
The paranoia seems to have dissipated, but her vitals keep getting worse. She could be dead in hours.
But if you're gonna die a miserable, lingering death, pain-free is the way to do it. We sure the fall didn't cause the paralysis.
Paralysis caused the fall. Spine's plan. No vertebral fractures or spinal cord compression.
Better. Not even and paralysis. I mean, there's definitely a neurological component.
Could be a nerve disease.
Which is why we need to look at the nerve that you didn't biopsy.
There are other tests.
HIV, syphilis, and he was negative for all STDs. Vascular, no. He was negative. Cerebral clot, no. MRI was.
Thyroid storm.
Makes sense, given our glucose reaction was slow, potassium's down.
Yeah. I'll check with an endocrinologist.
Bennett's on call.
Perfect.
No.
Need a consult.
I already okayed your nerve biopsy.
Need an endocrinologist.
Bennett's on call.
Well, we got his cell phone must be broken.
Mine's working.
Let's keep the file.
I'm assuming you're thinking thyroid storm. Is there a hormone panel?
Normal. PSH was on the low side. Got a cheery fire I hear crackling in your body.
No. What about CPK enzymes?
Elevate 275. People like fires for themselves. But then they don't deny it.
CPK isn't high enough. Potassium's what you'd expect because of the bronchodilators.
Oh my god. You're not wearing a bra.
It's not thyroid storm. You just met him. I like him. And I like sex. Do I need to stitch a letter on my tongue?
No. Might be worth taking out an ad in the local papers.
Do you like me, House? I was on the phone with Bennett 15 minutes ago. His cell phone's working. Your MO is to avoid me at all costs. And suddenly you need my input on every move you make. I can only assume it's because I'm on a date.
You met, I noticed.
You noticed he was a shrug because the way he parted his hair. You noticed he was muscled because the way he blinked his left eye. I'm not interested. I'm not impressed. There are only 2 reasons anyone would want to screw with me tonight. Either they're an altruistic, decent person who's worried about my well-being, or they want me for themselves.
You left out the third option. Evil bastard. Just wants to mess with other people's happiness.
Good night, House. You won't be bothered again.
It's late.
anything so that he wouldn't come back.
I don't really care about my job. I do it well, I provide a service, but my goal was always to make enough money to do the things I really like. Music, travel.
I like those things too.
You like them, but they're not really important to you. I don't know whether it's house, your job, or if you just travel in conflict, but you should hear yourself when you're talking to them. Nothing else in the world is going on. You're focused, confident, compelling. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'd like to go out with that woman.
Get her on the phone. No, she's getting worse.
It's not thyroid storm. Give me a spinal nerve. You're still on the test. Just said the girl's getting worse. You want to wait?
Really risky infection, maybe make the paralysis worse.
It is worse. It'll make it worse than worse. Do the biopsy. You can paralyze it and get no useful information. Do the biopsy. You're thinking peripheral neuropathy. You take a nerve a little further away from the spine, a little further from the truth. You're talking paralysis. Good chance the spine is relevant. This thing is progressive and killer in hours. Keep back my papers.
Is he asking for a spinal nerve?
How did you know?
Give us a minute. Did you know they recently found a protein that speeds up nerve growth? Fascinating stuff. If you put that protein with the insulation from a spinal nerve, you could grow your own little garden. If that spinal nerve...
Yeah. That become a real person. See, but I grow pain-free nerves and grab them into my own leg when I need a little plan.
You'd have to be on immunosuppressors for life. Risk of infection, shorter lifespan.
Shorter, but normal.
Yourself by trying to destroy what someone has. You're more ambitious. You actually want to change medical fact to get this thing.
Changes all the time. Right. That's how medical fact changes. A doctor risks
To serve their patients.
is medically justified.
Are you sure? Are you sure that you're the right one to be making this call?
Biopsy about a nerve you figure you can safely get at. God, this is annoying.
Past 3 a.m. on Valentine's Day night. That's when you had a date with Wendy.
Class, he wasn't lucky.
Someday, when there's time, we would like to actually have a social life.
Someday. Come on, there's one thing a good-looking woman can have whenever she wants is a social life.
You mean a sex life?
A little companionship till the real thing comes along.
I had the real thing, but even if I don't want to settle.
Right.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
You think I didn't have the real thing?
I have no idea what you had.
And yet you're judging me.
It's like, I'm cranky. Sorry.
I didn't have the real thing. How could you even know?
You married a dying man. You thought 6 months, a year, it'll be tough. Then I'll recover. I'll have the rest of my life. It's like willingly getting the flu or joining the Peace Corps. Short term.
Wow. You nailed it. It's basically like a wasted weekend.
The sacrifices you made were huge. But they were at the height of your love for me. Commitment is only commitment because it has no expiration date. Don't want to watch them floss for 30 years like my parents had. Then ask for sacrifices. That's how you know the real thing. Cameron, I wasn't criticizing. People who avoid commitment are people who know what a big thing it is.
This isn't right.
It's Sleeper can't cause this much degeneration.
You notified us we teased out the centre has some insulation left, but the insulation around the bundles has been stripped bare.
This damage must be coming from the outside in.
Which means it's secondary demyelination, which means the source is somewhere else, which tells us it's not a nerve disease, it's something systemic, it's affecting the nerves. Which means that we need to... What are you doing?
His mom's found out of surgery.
I'll be right back. So what?
Hannah should see her.
Yes, immediately after we're done chatting about saving her life. It's likely causes her metabolic.
Found brain swelling and prepping her mother for another surgery.
Again, so what? Get a nurse to take the kid. There are more than 60 different metabolic conditions that could account for what she's got. There's only 3 of you guys.
She's scared.
She should be. She'll die if we don't diagnose her.
So diagnose her.
Are you okay? Come on. I'll get better. I always get better. Are you checking yourself? Your temperature? Mom, could you just let go? You shouldn't be worried. Baby, I should have seen that car coming. No. I'm not like this to myself. I screwed up. You're right. You're right, I'm strong. No. No. I shouldn't have gone out of the ice. I shouldn't have fallen down. And I shouldn't have made you rush me to the ER the 10th times. Mom? What? You okay? We have to take her back to surgery. Hannah, your BP is way up. We need to get you some rest. You can't stop. You're crying. I can't cry. Oh, my head's killing me.
Don't miss your chance to let summer blossom. Pick up a free beauty gift voucher from Feel Unique with every promotional bottle of fabulous Blossom Hill. Let it blossom.
So Foxy's happy, but how happy? What's the backstory? Just
These four lonely walls have changed the way I feel. The way I feel. Standing still. Running, running from myself.
Gabrielle, Chanel, the new fragrance.
Get huge savings in bar stores up to half price sale with expert advice, free design and expert fitting. Plus right now there's an extra 10% off in-store and online. Don't miss out.
A couple of years ago, I introduced the No-No hair removal system to millions of television viewers. I talked about how much this ingenious invention solved all my unwanted hair problems.
by being self-conscious about my upper lip hair, but having the no-no has made me not have to worry.
It doesn't hurt. It gives you the smooth skin that you're after.
It worked for me. It works for my clients. It's amazing.
Order now at nonohair.tv or one of these retail locations.
Join our match cooking classes. A fun way to meet new people doing something you love. Match. Join free today.
The Health Lottery pays out a whopping £250 for matching 4 balls. No one else gives you that. And at £1, we're half the price of Lotto.
Monu, every step is agony. But he's forced to carry heavy loads and bricks up narrow, steep flights of stairs, hour after hour, day after day. Life can be cruel and short for hard-working donkeys like Monu. With little food, water, or rest, they must keep going, no matter what. Crude harnesses cut into their flesh. Horrific wounds and injuries go untreated. And when they've given all they can, many will simply be abandoned. You could help us treat more sick and injured donkeys. We won't stop until each one has a good life. But we can't do it without you. So please call 0800 035 9302 or text STEP to 82727 and give just £2 a month. Your help will be the first step towards a better life for brave donkeys like Monu.
Made.com. Beautifully designed chairs, sofas, tables, and accessories for less than you'd expect. New collections every week at Made.com.
Discover Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Great Coke taste with zero sugar.
What's going on?
It's too awful.
God, what's that doing? Looks like you've seen a goat.
Your mother. Just I happen to mention Beyonce. It's Dubai. Oh my God, what are you wearing?
Deep voice, sphincter chin.
You'd be surprised what was on behind closed doors in this house.
Brownie Stella starts Wednesday the 13th of September at 9 on Sky One.
God damn it, you just rolled in here. You want fun here, you want face here. You don't got that right. I'm just here to protect you.
So, what does the pain tell us?
No tingling or itching, so we can roll out.
Tells us nothing. It wasn't physical pain, it was emotion.
Exactly. What were they doing when she got the headache? Say goodbye. You said they were arguing.
They weren't really arguing, she was just frustrated.
What were they arguing about?
Whose fault it was?
They were ruining neuropathy, fever, and intermittent paranoia. What's it? Metabolic conditions can explain those things. What if we add guilt? Guilt as a symptom? Alzheimer's can cause euphoria, pain causes depression. B12 deficiency causes guilt, along with all that other stuff.
If she felt guilty, she wouldn't be making her mother's life miserable. She wouldn't be getting in fights, getting arrested.
Maybe she's fighting because she feels guilty. She's shown her mom she can take stupid risks and still be safe. Means mom can let go.
But she's rational. The guilt is a symptom that's caused by the illness, not by a thought process. And it would have to be new.
A couple years ago, she was a model student.
This is pointless. If the headache was caused by guilt, she has a B12 deficiency. If it's just because she was sad, it's meaningless. How the hell do we test for that?
We don't. Give her a shot at B12. She gets better. That was right. You already did.
You know, I gave her B12 when she was admitted. Part of a multivitamin supplement.
Apparently, she's just sad. Are you still here?
It's a drug trial. Paperwork's doing well. Glad you're here.
I still haven't figured out why.
No, I'm here in my office.
Got the cool B12 theory. Moved on to leukemia.
Very pedestrian, Andy.
Not happy. White blood cell count is low. What she's got. So a lot of eosinophils.
You know, globulin E level's borderline. Don't be 100% sure. Check the bone marrow.
She's doing a biopsy right now. It turns out the weird lawyer knew that she used to be a man, and he's cool with it. Turns out that his previous girlfriend also used to be a man. Oh, yeah.
Is it possible for you to just watch me eat? Or do you get some primeval thrill out of feeding the other hunters the food?
See you later.
You still haven't figured out that I don't need sedation.
So you don't move during the procedure.
Is that nitrous? Try to kill her? I gave her nitrous during the EEG. What made this thing rear its ugly? What thing? B12 deficiency.
Are you having deja vu? We've had this conversation. She was given B12. She didn't get better.
Because someone else ate it. Give an abdominal MRI.
What? What are you doing? Don't touch me!
See? Here she goes. Paranoid delusion. Or she's going down the hall. Forget the MRI.
Occupied!
Hurry and wait.
Help! They're trying to kill me!
Okay, you can either believe that we really are trying to kill her, or you can assume she's suffering from a medical condition. There's a hospital where all dressed like doctors, and there are easier ways to kill somebody.
Bev, help them.
And they need iodine, scalpel numbers 10 and 15, forceps, and a larger salad bowl. Okay, hold her down. Come on, Venus, she's in a cast. Swap. 15.
You're not going to anesthetize her?
Relax, it's just a magic trick. She's faking it. We're not falling for it this time. See if she's ever tried it. Forceps.
Lake fishing can be fun. It can bring the generations together.
You don't cook that trout or perch well. And board to this fella. Like free board, I mean, all B12 to take in.
I could have her tape on a knee.
I like this. You'd be in a lot of pain. It's not 25 feet long. Yeah. World record's over 60.
Wake up. Somebody need to see. She's got limited motion on her left side. You might have to take care of her for a while. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't feel it, but you're about to rip your stitches out. Take care of yourself, then you can take care of her.
Yeah, I know.
Starting to screw up Valentine's Day.
I'd be an idiot to expect anything else.
They pick your gift. MGH. Best teaching hospital in Boston. Want to be a nurse practitioner? That's as good as it gets. Make a few calls. Marry if you want.
This is why you've been helping me get my surgical hours for accreditation.
Thought you'd wanted.
You've got 10 feet of personal space around you. I step forward, you step back. Which is why you're breaking away. Can't say anything else.
I think I'll stay with you because you're angry with me.
I'm upset. Because I care. Only you'd expect an argument to be rational. And that's possibly rational.
Ask her for the spinal nerve. She's got no reason to give it. She owes you. The hospital will send her a bill.
I'm just saying, if you want to do it, do it while you're 12 is still up. Guilt can be your friend. Breakfast?
Yeah. Thursday.
But it only applies to people who are already paired up. Everyone else is Wednesday.
Ah, with a dash of cold water.
Don't get me wrong, I still think true love's out there, it's just very far away. Possibly in another galaxy. Or maybe like travel before we can make contact. So I'm thinking we should have sex.
Makes sense.
Despite the wisdom of pop songs, there's no point putting our lives on hold till love comes along. We're both healthy and busy people. We work together so it's convenient.
Like microwave pizza?
And of all the people I work with, you're the one I'm least likely to fall in love with.
Pizza.
The point here is to make things simpler, not more complicated. Someday there'll be time to get serious about someone. Meanwhile, we already had sex once and didn't get weird about it. So
I get it. So, what if I'm offended by your judgment?
then you're not the man I'm looking for.
No good deed goes unpunished. To rob stars in Tin Star, our epic new revenge thriller premieres Thursday with all episodes available then from Sky Atlantic, the home of prestige drama including the mighty Game of Thrones. If you missed the breathtaking season 7 finale here, see it now on Catch Up TV.
That's some bad hat, Harry.
Vulnerable, human-made stories. Sponsor Sky Atlantic.
Summer savings are ending at DFS. The Flynn is now half price at £699, but not for long. DFS.
If you spit blood, you may have gum disease and could be on a journey to much worse. Help stop the journey of gum disease. Switch to Corsadil toothpaste. It's 4 times more effective at removing the main cause of bleeding gums. The healthy gums and strong teeth help leave bleeding gums behind. Corsadil Ultra Clean. For added gum protection, also use Corsadil Daily Mouthwash.
So how many points have we racked up? Hundreds and thousands. Oh, seriously, useful.
Get money off your shopping with the new contactless Tesco Club card.
Right.
A tap is all it takes. A league at the wrong is back in our biggest series yet. With more heavyweight guests.
Tony, it's okay. Not sure you should put me off.
Bigger and crazier stunts.
Tony, too. I can't.
And some knockout moments.
The show's coming already. See what about
Brand new A League of Their Own starts Thursday the 14th of September at 9 on Sky One.
This is Sky Sports Premier League, a new channel dedicated to the agony and ecstasy of the Premier League. Coming soon on Sky Sports, Man City versus Liverpool, Burnley versus Crystal Palace, Swansea versus Newcastle, and West Ham versus Huddersfield. Feel it all with our new Sky Sports Premier League channel.
Welcome to Sky Cinema Sky-Fi. Discover a galaxy far, far away and have close encounters in another dimension. Experience experience our biggest ever collection of sci-fi grains.
You feel like you're supposed to be somewhere else. I believe it is our destiny to be here. I've seen things people wouldn't believe. You have to see it for yourself.
Visit Skyfly from the 9th of September. Have a pleasant stay.
The Words That Built America, read by a who's who of US greats. New this Tuesday night at 11:20 on Sky Atlantic.
Volvo, human-made stories, sponsors Sky Atlantic.
He was the real thing, my father. I see his work, I see how dedicated he was. He was, to me, a great artist. But you can't never impose that on people. They have to make their own decisions. The thought of what he's done, all his work, I can't not but make sure that it's held up and remembered. So I just want to see him get his due. That's my responsibility. And he used to always say that artists are always recognized after they're long gone. Part of recognition is luck. You have no control over those things. So if that's what's going to happen in your time, hopefully will come later. And we don't even know it's that. My father created all this beautiful artwork. I only have his stuff. My mother's, some of my mother's. We had a good relationship. He was very affectionate. He was paternal. He just didn't know certain things as a father what to do, but he was a very loving father. I respected him a great deal, and I knew his art was special. He started at 5 years old. He was very young. He felt he was different, and he was different, not only as an artist, for other reasons. He was not conventional. He was from a small town. And probably felt a certain amount of rejection from his father. And my grandfather was classics, old style, kind of like, Italian American, just, I just think he didn't understand my father.
I wanted to be an artist since the time I was in kindergarten.
there was nobody I could practically talk to about painting. I was very unhappy. I wanted to get painted, but I was miserable there. I had no friends. Then when I heard Hoffman, I decided to try him. I went to him the next summer. It was quite different because I was enthusiastic. I met people I thought liked, and it was a whole another world.
Prior to the Second World War, the art scene was all about Europe. The Surrealists were in Paris, the Bauhaus was in Germany. With the Second World War, an interesting shift came about here in the United States, especially in New York. You had artists fleeing Europe to come to New York for safety and setting up schools. And American artists are, for the first time, really having some hands-on experience with the most avant-garde trends in painting and architecture and design.
Hoffman came from Germany and set up a school which then went on for a very, very, very long time. And if you take all the Hoffman students, and there's some enormously long, distinguished list, many really first-rate artists were his students or protégés in some cases.
It was 1942, and there were 4 or 5 of us in that class with Hans Hoffman. Not only Bob, but Virginia, his wife. Hoffman, when he looked at the work, he did say that his 2 best students, and he had so many famous artists and students, that Bob and Virginia were the best students he ever had. Big compliment. Bob and Virginia met at Hoffman's. Virginia was very impressed with Bob's work. And so they hit it off. I think he was handsome. He was a little taller. He had really blonde hair for a long time.
They had gotten married, and Bobby was a baby. He was a baby on the floor. She's a very good painter. Virginia Edward. Vivacious, good looking, very good for Bob, very good, excellent person.
Virginia was the first one who made it big when we got out. She had a great exhibition at a big gallery called Art of this Century. The famous critics gave her rave reviews.
I think it's very complex why she didn't continue to paint. I think she felt very guilty that she wasn't painting. So I think she admired Bob for the fact that he just didn't let anything get in his way. She just moved to something else. And maybe she felt she couldn't really do it ultimately, or she was as far as she'd go as an artist. Not that she didn't try, she was doing things in the studio. And her argument was always that she needed to be practical to support me.
When son must have been about a year old, there was a big rift.
Why they considered it a little different, maybe his sexuality, I don't know where that stood at that point. My father wrote a lot about his life in his journals, which gives me an idea of where he's coming from. If God doesn't want me to be a homosexual, about which I have so much guilt, he will find a woman whom I will love and who will love me, or at least create an interest in me in women as sexual partners. Obviously, I realize now that it was hard for him. He had a lot of what it seems like classic conflicts about all that. My mother and I spoke about it a little bit, and he was very, very quiet with whatever he did, because I never was. He's not going to tell me I'm his son. You know, I'm the last person to know.
And Bob said, I'm leaving. That's it. I don't want to stay here anymore. And he got a place, I think that's when he lived near me.
They divorced when I was around 12, 11 or 12, but they separated when I was around 2 or 3 or something. My mother and father were always friends, and she always help him too and be supportive of him and his work. Often I see him, sometimes I see him in the street, I run into him, or I see him on his bike. He liked to take me to movies. So I remember seeing, is it Beauty and the Beast? This cocktail, I can't remember. Charlie Chaplin, the original King Kong, I think. When we go to movies on 22nd Street. He liked me to go to shows, which I didn't want to do when I was young. But, you know, my kids are the same way. So. One of my father's first big opportunities was when he had a show at Peggy Guggenheim's Art of the Century. I'm sure it meant a lot to him.
Peggy Guggenheim was a powerbrooker who had gone to Europe, befriended most of the great modernists of Paris, and then came back during the war and founded Gallery Co's Art of the Century. She was first presenting American artists as the peers of all of these famous European artists. And so to have Peggy Guggenheim pick you for a show was a very, very big deal, and it made reputations.
De Niro exhibited in the Fall Salon at the Art of this Century Gallery in 1945. The show was largely made up of abstract paintings, but the figures, influenced by analytical cubism, were still to some extent recognizable. The figurative strain in his work soon took over, influenced by Ingres, Corot, and Courbet.
His entry into the art world was that he captured the attention of the art world. He would certainly have gotten reviews in all of the art magazines. Clement Greenberg was a potent voice.
Peggy Guggenheim has discovered another important abstract painter at our Art of the Century Gallery, Robert De Niro. His first show exhibits monumental effects, rare and abstract art.
Thomas Hess was the editor of Art News. Hess developed a series which became very popular and which Robert De Niro Sr. was a part of.
In terms of power people, starting with Peggy Guggenheim and Tom Hess, you couldn't have done better in those years.
Right away, when we got out of Hoffman's, this is when he started selling. He got very good write-ups, and he's still young, maybe in his early 30s. He's really painting like someone very mature.
He found his way very early. There didn't much change in 30 or 40 years of painting. He didn't have the struggle that many of us had once, going this way and that way, find our way. He had known right away what he was.
His studio, I mean, this was it. It was really like this moving, live, active place. I remember being little and him painting me. I was annoyed, I remember, that I had to do it that day. I felt everybody else was out playing, but I remember he kind of dressed me, put something on me, a hat, and he just worked away. And I really learned more about his work. I was proud that he chose me to be one of them, because it wasn't just like anybody could sit down.
Robert De Niro's way of painting, he was not an abstract painter. He was a still life painter, he was a landscape painter, he was a figure. De Niro entered into still life painting at a point where it probably was thought by many people as an unexciting option. But what he managed to do is to find a way to paint setups that were so straightforward and so without pretension that all you thought about was how did he actually do that? They don't look like anybody else's, so I can't name an artist that they look like, even though I have seen an awful lot of things.
De Niro was influenced by the masters, and he had a keen interest, especially in French avant-garde. Georges Rouault, Pierre Bonnard, André Derain, Henri Matisse.
Now, you know, if you take Matisse as a model, Matisse made very famous painting, Luke's Camera luxuriousness, calm, and voluptuousness. And there's a lot of that in De Niro, basically. He paints his pleasure.
Bundle up your cares and woe, here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Nicoli goes to see ma chérie, oiseau ne voit au revoir.
Bob is very funny. We'd be walking along and he'd say something. It'd be hilarious, you know.
I knew him to be this kind of energetic, dazzling guy with a great sense of humor.
He loved music. He'd have a song that he became fixated on, and he wouldn't be able to hear it enough, and would dance and sing.
He liked going to parties.
Yes, he was very good at that time. He spoke with Chip Bob, and he was very fast on the feet.
I remember he loved Paris. He always had a real thing for Paris.
He taught himself French, he go to any classes, so that he wrote poetry. To foreign films, and of course, Greta Garbo. He was insane about Greta Garbo.
I love you, stingy, baby.
A subject that De Niro returned to repeatedly was Greta Garbo, specifically in her role as Anna Christie. His depictions of her are always that first scene in the bar when she delivers her famous first line. Her melancholy that she depicted in films, that she also experienced in her life. There was something about that that really fascinated him. And it could have been that he saw in it a relation to his own struggles with melancholy and with depression.
Bob was going to a show of his on 57th Street. He was going up in the elevator, and she's in that elevator with him. And he had paintings of her upstairs. And chickened out. Could not get to talk to her and tell her, and she got out and left. That was a big thing that he missed on.
We all like to save money, which is why we sometimes settle for old furniture. Well, settle no more, because with wayfair.co.uk you can save and afford great furniture for your home. Find quality and sales up to 50% off RRP. Don't settle for something old when you can afford something great. Save on everything you need for your home at wayfair.co.uk today.
Wayfair, that's what I do.
The Big King got longer. Introducing the Long Big King Burger. 2 flame-filled burgers, cheese, onions, pickles, and Big King sauce on a long bun with free fries for only $1.99. Only at Burger King.
Register today to eat singles and benefit from 100% verified profiles, an extensive personality test, and tailored matches. EliteSingles.co.uk.
For Monu, every step is agony. But he's forced to carry heavy loads and bricks up narrow, steep flights of stairs, hour after hour, day after day. Life can be cruel and short for hard-working donkeys like Monu. With little food, water, or rest, they must keep going, no matter what. Crude harnesses cut into their flesh. Horrific wounds and injuries go untreated. And when they've given all they can, many will simply be abandoned. You could help us treat more sick and injured donkeys until each one has a good life. But we can't do it without you. So please call 0800 035 9302 or text STEP to 82727 to give just £2 a month. Your help will be the first step towards a better life for brave donkeys like Molly.
At Booking.com, you'll find a wide range of accommodation, from sun-drenched holidays to weekend getaways, for every possible budget. And if you have to cancel, cancel. Most of the time it's free, and you can always book again. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
A couple of years ago, I introduced the No Hair Removal System to millions of television viewers. I talked about how much this ingenious invention solved all my unwanted hair problems.
I've been self-conscious about my upper lip hair, but having a no-no has made me not have to worry.
It doesn't hurt. It gives you the smooth skin that you're after.
It worked for me. It works for my clients. It's amazing.
Order now at nonohair.tv or one of these retail locations.
I've just made you a Moonpig card. Love the fact that I can sign it. Get cards sent to you to have your finishing touch. Moonpig.co.uk, they had an idea. A real no-brainer. They put thousands of childcare providers all in one place. So finding local childcare right at the end of your news is simple. Just put in your postcode to search. You could say they've done the legwork. And there's a handy rating system written by other mums and dads. So join today for free. Childcare.co.uk, the easy way to find local childcare.
Love Kit Kat? Love peanut butter? Then your dreams are about to come true. New Kit Kat Bites, peanut butter. Whoever you are, however you break, have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
What's going on?
It's too awful.
God, what's up with him? Looks like you've seen a goat.
Your mother has told me to punish I haven't met the answer. It's goodbye.
Oh
my God, what are you wearing? Deep voice, into gin.
You'd be surprised what goes on behind closed doors in this house.
Brand Stella starts Wednesday the 13th of September at 9 on Sky One.
Try not to kill them. This is the reality. They will get away with it.
Fair to say, the world is insane at the moment. When was the last time you saw the news and you were terrified? Every day we're bombarded with something new. So, my new show, we're going to celebrate the heroes and mock the madness. And Russell Howard starts Thursday, 21st of September, exclusively on Sky One.
The expressionist element in Robert De Niro Sr.'s painting developed gradually and a little bit later. He first showed with the abstract expressionist artists at the Charles Egan Gallery. And later, he came to be associated with a group of figural and colorist painters, which included Mel Blaine, Leland Bell, Al Crash, and Paul Ressica.
The abstract expressionists were actually not a movement. They were a group of artists that were given that label by art critics, and they were by and large gestural, painterly painters who had learned a great deal from Picasso, a great deal from Miro, a great deal from Kandinsky. They broke through the dominance of European painting in the history of modernism and established the first internationally recognized American school of painting. The fact of the matter is, though, that they couldn't have been more different one to the other. They painted in a way that just looked like they were totally plugged into what was new and lively.
He enters the art world with the older generation.
the older artists of the New York school, the abstract expressionists, Pollock, de Kooning, Rothko, those were the greats, and he identified with them, but then that doesn't last long. And somehow he doesn't really connect with the artists of the New York school, although he has many close friends among them, but doesn't sort of join any of the groups.
There came into the early 1950s, there became a real shift in New York. The abstract expressionists were really hailed as the new generation. And De Niro was a part of, and yet separate from, that group of artists. He was never an abstract expressionist painter. He was always a figurative.
They left him behind, they left him out. He didn't fit. He wasn't abstract. In a certain way, he wasn't abstract. Very abstract. In a certain way. Too French, they don't say. Not American enough. All that bullshit.
I feel tense and resentful. I should be showing now. He said that de Kooning makes $15,000 a year from his work, and possibly jealous. God save me from that.
I remember vividly walking with him one night, and as we approached the Cedar Bar on University Place, I said, "Let's go in, Bobby." And he said, "You never crossed the street."
Yes, I'm coming.
And that was